Alright folks, it is time once again for another Latchkey Food Review. And today we are returning to Little Caesars to try out their new stuffed Crazy Crust. There have been mixed reviews out there on it. I think some people went to the review to do their review of this particular product, expecting to have bad results in the first place. And if you're going to do that, if you've done reviews in the past claiming that you don't like something like their crazy bread, you didn't like it was too soft. Crazy bread is supposed to be soft, by the way. It's always been that way. Don't go touching the crazy bread. Yeah, crazy bread is always supposed to be pillowy soft, with the garlic and the Parmesan flakes on there and the butter. It is so good, and they got different stuff you can dip it in. Plus, it comes with a container of their crazy sauce, which is their pizza sauce, to dip it in. Always has been that way. So, back in the day, we always dreamed of them making their pizza on top of their crazy bread recipe. Wondered what that would be like. So now they got, the stuffed crazy bread out, and they got the stuffed crazy crust. So it's like you're getting this pizza, and then the end is stuffed with cheese, and you can just get some crazy sauce and just eat the end like it was crazy bread, is what I'm thinking. That's my plan. Here's the thing. I love their crazy bread. You're going to get an honest review from me whether this thing's any good or not. Alright, so I just ordered it, and here's another thing. You can go online, you can order that pizza, and then you can order whatever toppings you want on it as well. Like, you don't have to settle for the pepperoni. Now, you can get their hot and ready deal with pepperoni on there, but people got to understand that Little Caesars, just like every other pizza place, has other toppings. Imagine that. So I got mine instead of with pepperoni. And don't get me wrong, I love pepperoni pizza, but I feel like every time I review a pizza, it's got pepperoni on it. So I like to change it up a little bit. I like pepperoni as good as the next guy. I love it. It's one of my favorite toppings on a pizza. It'd have to be in my top 5. But sometimes, you don't feel like a pepperoni, and that's another thing people complained about in their reviews was, oh, it's so greasy because of the pepperoni. Pepperonis cook like bacon cooks. It's gonna release a lot of oil and grease, okay? You can expect that from pepperoni pizza every time you get one. It doesn't matter which restaurant it's from. That's just the way pepperoni works. So I feel like that should be left out of the review if you're reviewing a pepperoni pizza. Of course, it's going to have some grease in it. That's how pepperoni works. It's just like bacon. Imagine how nasty bacon would be if it didn't grease up while it was being cooked. Well, can't say the same thing about pepperoni because it's good raw too. I eat those in salads, but that's just a cured process of them. Okay, so basically I got my pizza with mushrooms, black olive, and jalapeno. That's how I ordered the toppings on mine. If you don't like the greasiness of one, don't order a greasy topping. Simple as that. Alright, let's go get it. I got high hopes for it. This should be pretty tasty. Should be pretty good. At least that's the hope thus far. Alright folks, it is almost moment of truth time. I am coming up on this Little Caesars now. It is inside of a big shopping plaza. At least this particular one is anyway. This is not the one I normally get my pizzas from. Usually I get them from another store, the ones y'all have seen me review so far. So I hope this one, is pretty good, pretty decent. This is actually the first Little Caesars I ever eat from. When I was young, it was the first one in town. We did have a lot of those Greek Italian type of places that serve pizza around us, but Little Caesars and Pizza Hut were the first two commercial ones in this town, and the Pizza Hut came after the Little Caesars, at least in this town it did. So here we are. It's right up there in the shopping plaza. Not the best place to film a Little Caesars, but hey, it is what it is. Alright, I'm gonna go in here and see if they got it ready, and I will bring it back out and we will look at it in just a second. Y'all stay tuned for it. Alright folks, so we got it. Alright, listen up, sub places. Little Caesars is giving us napkins. All of the sub restaurants, including Subway, who used to be the king of giving napkins, doesn't give it anymore. I got a little crazy sauce there because this is basically crazy bread pizza. And it shouldn't be too greasy because we omitted the oh yeah, look at that, folks. Mushrooms, black olives, and jalapeno. Wow, this thing is fresh. It is hot out of the grease. All right. Let's take a look. This thing is fresh and hot. And some people just don't know how to take it off of the paper. You got to kind of work the sides of a pizza like that and like that till you get to the end. You pull it too fast, you pull all the toppings out from under your slice that you are trying to achieve. And so this pizza's a little floppy. But it is done up underneath mine. And you can tell they use real mozzarella cheese here, because it is stretchy and it is good. But my pizza, for some reason, without the pepperonis, it's not greasy. How is that a thing? Maybe all that grease from the pepperonis moistened up the bread. From the ones they had, because I just ain't having that problem. It just ain't happening for me. And I tell you, they got some good mushroom and black olive and jalapeno in there. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not on mine. When I bite into it, it's got that slightest little bit of crunch in there. I mean, it's not over the top by any means. Now, it's a little bit messy. It's got a lot of Parmesan sprinkles on it. I'm going to go ahead and warn you now. Stop and got me a water. So now, this pizza with 3 toppings, see how big it is, right? With 3 toppings was about $14 and some change. Because, hey, I ordered a specialty type of pizza from them. Just because they got a crazy crust doesn't make you limited to just cheese and pepperoni, folks. You can get other things. I am living proof of that now. Got them to give me some of that crazy sauce in there. Because crazy bread, you have to have crazy sauce. There is the cheese stuffed inside the end of this pizza, making it awesome, y'all. It tastes like the crazy bread. It is definitely reminiscent of their crazy bread. There ain't nothing raw or undercooked or foul tasting about mine. I say it's a little floppy, a little bit floppy, but you know, some people prefer that way. Some people like to do the pizza fold, right? Well, this slice ain't big enough for that, but you know, one of these bigger slices, you could definitely get the pizza fold on there if you wanted to. Little Caesars does not skimp on those toppings when you order those specialty pizzas, y'all. They gave me my $14 worth. That's enough food for me and one other person right there. Or since it's lunchtime, I can put half of it up for later. My prerogative, right? That was a lot smaller piece. And we are already back to the end where the crust is stuffed. So basically, you got your own personalized dips that you don't have to worry about double dipping, because this is mine and mine alone. Then you are pretty much good to go. Alright, I'm gonna finish this piece, close this up, talk about it in the afterthoughts coming up next. Alright folks, so my final afterthoughts on Little Caesars stuffed crazy crust pizza. Hey, listen, you can make that a good or a bad experience depending on how you feel about going into it. I feel personally like some people, if they got a raw deal, you know, or got some raw crust or something, you know, try different Little Caesars, you know. That's why I went to this one today, because you all know pretty much I hit another one in another town that was always pretty good, you know, and I expect they would serve me a quality pizza there today if I would have went to that particular location. I went to this location instead, and I still got a good quality pizza, which just goes to show that this is a chain restaurant. And maybe it's just your chain that's bad, you know. Maybe you got people who don't like their job. I don't know. I'm just saying, I can't understand, you know, some experiences are good while others are bad. That is why I always say, if you're reviewing from a chain restaurant, you owe it to your audience and your viewers to look into it more than once, especially if it's something that you think you would like. Now, if you're one of those people that don't like crazy bread to begin with because of its texture, and you got something else in mind, if you just don't like it, then you probably shouldn't be reviewing this pizza in the first place. That's just my opinion, my 2 cents worth into it. I thought it was great. I give it a 2 thumbs up. I really loved it, and I think you will too. Alright, folks, that is all I have for this review. So until the next one, you folks have a good one.